हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय चैनल डीजी की लर्निंग। आज मैं आपके लिए बीएड के नोट्स लेकर के आई हूँ, दैट इज अंडरस्टैंडिंग डिसिप्लिन एंड सब्जेक्ट्स की। वो जो पेपर 5 है हमारा, उसके जो यूनिट 1 है दैट इज क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट। क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट के अंदर में जितने भी टॉपिक्स आते हैं वो सारे टॉपिक्स आज हम कवर अप करने वाले हैं, ठीक है। ये सारे नोट्स सीक्वेंस वाइज आपके लिखे गए हैं और आप इसकी स्क्रीनशॉट भी ले सकते हो। फर्स्ट इज द इंट्रोडक्शन। लेट अस स्टार्ट विद द इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट। The expression "school must keep" stole indirectly the same sense of obligation and dedication as "the mail must go through" and "the show must go on." It implies that at some particular time a contingent of children or youth will assemble at a particular place and someone will have to be there to assume responsibility for what they do and for what happens to them. In an earlier century, the responsible someone might have been called a schoolmaster, and the function performed would have been school keeping. Today, that someone is a teacher and the role is classroom management. The purpose of this is to manage the classroom. ये पूरा हमारा इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट है, आप इसकी स्क्रीनशॉट ले सकते हो. Now let us start the next topic, that is the concept of classroom management. Concept. Management is an important function for any organization. Thus, classroom management is named as an organizational function in which tasks are performed in a variety of settings. A distinction between tasks and activities are the concept of activities refers to behavior of teacher and students in classroom. A task is expressed in terms of a goal and a set of operations designed to achieve the goals. इतना आप स्क्रीनशॉट ले लीजिए, फिर मैं आगे कंटिन्यू करती हूँ. In terms of classroom management, teachers perform various tasks such as planning, organizing, coordinating, directing, controlling, and communicating behavior, therefore can be understood in terms of task accomplished. The teacher various tasks are related to certain variables such as time available for the teacher and student space in the classroom, learning materials and resources, and the form of rewards and punishment generally adopted by the teacher. Thus, the concept of classroom management is visualized mainly in terms of instruction. Now our next point is definition. Let us go to the definition of classroom management. Okay. Definition. Various definitions have been given for explaining the concept of classroom management. The major ones are given below. According to Doyle, classroom management refers to the steps and procedure necessary to establish and maintain an environment in which instruction and learning occurs. ठीक है? According to Brophy, effective classroom management is the ability to establish, maintain, and restore the classroom as an effective environment for teaching and learning. The above two definitions emphasize on maintaining the classroom environment. Classroom management is not just discipline, it is effective handling of students and effective control of students' behavior that becomes problematic in the classroom. It involves careful planning, structuring of the physical environment in relation to the behavior management of the class. No or every little learning can be expected if the teacher lacks classroom management skills. Knowledge of teaching skills are very necessary for making the teaching learning process successful. According to another definition, classroom management is a system of action and activities that are managed in classroom to induce learning through teacher-taught relationship or interaction. Teacher and students are the basic components for managing classroom activities. The mode of relationship between them depends on several factors. The action of teacher means non-verbal behavior or use of body language which creates the emotional climate of classroom. This was the definition of classroom management, and now we are going to study about the meaning of classroom management. Meaning of classroom management. Classroom management is a term used by teachers to describe the process of ensuring that classroom lessons run smoothly despite disruptive behavior of students. It is possible the most difficult aspects of teaching for many teachers. Indeed, experiencing problems in this areas causes some to leave teaching altogether. Classroom management can be explained as the action direction that teachers use to create a successful learning environment. Indeed, having a positive impact on students achieving given learning requirements and goals in an effort to ensure all students receive the best education. This was the meaning of classroom management. I hope it's clear to you. द कंसेप्ट ऑफ क्लासरूम ओनली अब क्लासरूम के कंसेप्ट में आते हैं हम द मॉडर्न सेकेंडरी स्कूल क्लासरूम इज रेडिली सीम टू बी अ क्राई फ्रॉम द ओल्ड वन रूम स्कूल बट इट इज इक्वली अपेरेंट दैट इवन इन द प्रेजेंट डे कॉन्टेक्स्ट the term classroom has references to a wide variety of situations. After the experiment, we can get three significant factors on which classroom varies, and they are its size, its group character, its instructional purpose. According to John, there are students who don't always pay attention, and I'm totally confident in my ability to keep things under control. ये था हमारा कंसेप्ट ऑफ क्लासरूम जॉन के ये से लग रहा है कि किसी भी टीचर को कॉन्फिडेंट होना चाहिए कि ठीक है हम क्लास को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं. उसकी साइज, उसकी ग्रुप कैरेक्टर, उसके इंस्ट्रक्शनल पर्पसेस जो है वो वेरी करता है. इंस्ट्रक्शनल एंड नॉन इंस्ट्रक्शनल सेटिंग. Most of the discussion of classroom management seem to assume a situation in which there is a group of pupils to be instructed by a teacher following some curriculum. Good teaching is seen to be as much the cornerstone of successful management as the reverse. The management that provides good teaching facilities is that which occurs concurrently with the instruction. Many management activities takes place before and after instruction, and such management provides the basis for good instruction and effective concurrent management. Now come to the discipline. Discipline is so crucial, so basic to everything else in the classroom that most education systems agree. It is the one that makes or breaks a teacher. It need not to be the whole class that misbehaves. Even one student can disrupt a class and learning becomes impossible for even the best behaved student. हम बोलते हैं ना एक स्टूडेंट से भी पूरा क्लास डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है, वही चीज़ है. नेक्स्ट कम्स टू द कंसेप्ट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट. अभी हमने कंसेप्ट ऑफ क्लासरूम देखा और उसके इंस्ट्रक्शन नॉन इंस्ट्रक्शनल सेटिंग्स देखा था. नाउ कम टू द कंसेप्ट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट. मैनेजमेंट इज एन इम्पॉर्टेंट फंक्शन विद इन ऑल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. The classic definition of an organization identifies it as a social device for efficiently accomplishing through group means some purpose. A formal organization entails four elements: a system of coordinated activities, a group of people working cooperating towards a goal, and under authority and leadership. ठीक है. मैनेजमेंट इज दैट फंक्शन ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन that concurs the coordination and cooperation necessary for goal attainment. In addition to organizing or coordinating people and resources, management entails three basic functions. के जो three basic function होते हैं वो क्या होते हैं? होता है planning, controlling and communicating. आइए next. Planning, by which objective and procedures are selected. Next was the controlling. So control, by which the conformity of performance to plan is assumed. And communication, by which information is transferred both internally and externally. For these functions to be carried out, there must be an authority. Structure through which decisions are made Rules are formulated and roles are defined, and regulatory mechanism through which decisions, rules, and definitions are communicated and feedback is obtained. So for this, we need the management. Now comes to the importance of classroom management. See, discipline often comes to mind at the mention of classroom management, but the crucial component of teaching is much more. Classroom management creates a set of expectations used in an organized classroom environment. It includes routines, rules, and consequences. Effective classroom management paves the way for the teacher to engage the students in learning. अब आते हैं हम classroom management के points पे. First is the effective teaching. A disorganized classroom without routines and expectations make it difficult for teacher to do her job. Students don't know what to do, so they might get off task or cause disruption. When the teacher is constantly redirecting students or handling behavior problems, she loses crucial teaching time. Classroom management strategies help create an organized classroom environment that conducive of teaching. Kids know the expectation in different types of learning situations. Next is the efficient use of time. Taking time before school starts to create routines and procedure saves your time in the long run. When the children know what to do, it becomes a natural part of the routine. After a few weeks, you don't need to tell them what to do. The students know, they get their planners out, write in homework assignment, and gather all their materials at the end of the day. ठीक है, efficient use of time is very important. Next is the consistency. A teacher with strong classroom management skills creates consistency for his students. The kids know what to expect every day when it comes to the routine activities. Your student may fare better when you're gone if you have set expectations for everyday tasks. They know how the classroom runs, so they are able to help the substitute run the classroom. ठीक है, next is the fewer behavior problems. The main goal of classroom management is to reduce misbehavior in the classroom. Effective classroom management gives the students little time to misbehave because the expectations are clearly explained. The students know what they need to do. Transitions in particular are easier to control when a teacher has strong classroom management skills. The expectations for behaviors that are part of a classroom management plan gives students boundaries as well as consequences. ये था हमारा इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट है. अगर आप ही सोचो ना, एज अ टीचर अगर आप क्लास में हो और अगर आपसे क्लास मैनेज नहीं हो रहा है तो विल यू बी एबल टू टेक द क्लास? नो. तो उसको मैनेज करने के लिए ये सारे जो पॉइंट्स थे वो इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट्स थे जो हमें ध्यान में रखना है. ठीक है. नाउ कम्स टू द रोल ऑफ अ टीचर इन मैनेजिंग अ क्लासरूम. इसमें टीचर का क्या रोल आता है, लेट्स सी. Classroom management is the linchpin that makes teaching and learning achievable in the teaching learning process. It is the teacher who plays the main role in planning, organizing procedure and resources, arranging the environment to maximize efficiency, monitoring students' progress, anticipating potential problems. Teachers are responsible for maintaining a positive learning environment in the classroom. ठीक है. Managing a classroom is not an easy task. A classroom that is out of control yields lower achievement for students and high burnout rates for teachers. Teachers must implement structure, develop positive student interaction, and take immediate action when problems arise. Maintaining control from the beginning provides a foundation for effective classroom management. Now, role of a teacher में मैं कुछ points लिखी हूँ. Let us see the points. First is the create a culture of caring. Effective classroom management is rooted in a culture of caring. Teachers set the tone for the classroom. If the classroom climate encourages participation and risk taking, students are more likely to become involved in the learning process. Teachers should use a nurturing approach and invest in each student on an individual basis. Group projects can serve as a vehicle to build a collaborative environment that invites a team-centric learning environment. When the students sense a teacher is committed to their success, they are more likely to conform to classroom guidelines and specific behavioral goals. So this is the very important point. Teachers should care for each and every individual. तभी बच्चों को लगता है कि हाँ नो आई विल डू इट, मुझे अपना बिहेवियर अच्छा रखना है, मैं क्लासरूम के गाइडलाइंस फॉलो करूंगा एंड एवरीथिंग. Now next is the established rule. Teachers should establish rules. Let us see. Teachers should begin the year with clear expectations of classroom behavior. If students are aware of what is and isn't acceptable, they are more likely to be positive contributors in the classroom. Teaching and understanding of social skills and how to face adversity needs to be the part of the regular classroom curriculum. Outlining consequences for unacceptable behavior will help students develop critical thinking skills and become better decision makers. Teachers need to align behavioral expectations with school and district policies and make the information clear to parents and children. Okay? Next is the maintain accountability. Maintain accountability. Providing accountability strategies is critical to classroom management. Teachers should have a system for evaluating behavior. Monitoring behavior on a regular basis will aid in long-term success. Students need to be made aware that the evaluation process will be based upon their interaction with others in and out of the classroom. Verbal and non-verbal behavior should be included in the assessment. Teachers should share feedback about behavior with the individual student and parents in a parent-teacher conference. If students are aware of issues as they arise, they can reinforce expectations and consequences at home. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज मैनेज प्रॉब्लम्स. रोल ऑफ अ टीचर के अंदर में ही ये सारे पॉइंट्स आ रहे हैं कि टीचर के क्या क्या रोल होते हैं क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट में. द लास्ट पॉइंट इज द मैनेज प्रॉब्लम्स. टीचर शुड डिटरमाइन द कॉज ऑफ ट्रबलिंग बिहेवियर बिफोर अटेम्प्टिंग टू करेक्ट इट. Reflecting upon the factors influencing a problem will provide a framework for intervention. ठीक है. Now the role of a teacher ends. अब हम आते हैं हमारे next point पे. Let's see वो क्या है. Benefits of activities in the classroom. The goal of all activities is to enhance students' understanding, skills, or effectiveness in a specific area by engaging multiple styles of learning. School activities also serve to infuse fun into learning as well as bolster students' confidence and the ability to think critically. ये तो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट है. एक्टिविटीज बहुत ज़रूरी है क्लासरूम में, और एक्टिविटीज़ के क्या बेनिफिट्स होते हैं. लेट अस सी क्या क्या एक्टिविटीज़ है और उसके क्या बेनिफिट्स हैं. एक्टिविटीज इनसाइड द क्लास. फर्स्ट इज द पेयर वर्क. The idea of pair work is to improve listening and speaking skills by requiring students to exchange information with each other. Pair work strengthens the learner's self-confidence and self-esteem. It develops critical thinking. It increases language fluency. It offers intensive realistic practice in speaking and listening. ठीक है. तो बहुत सारे जो एक्टिविटीज होते हैं उसमें आप पेयर वर्क दे सकते हो, ग्रुप वर्क दे सकते हो. ग्रुप वर्क के भी काफी सारे बेनिफिट्स है. लेट अस सी अबाउट द ग्रुप वर्क. If a group of students are working together, it breaks complex tasks into parts and steps. अलग अलग स्टूडेंट्स के अलग अलग दिमाग होते हैं, हम बोलते हैं ना, वही चीज यहाँ पे है. सब लोग मिल करके एक कॉम्प्लेक्स टास्क को भी वो लोग इजीली सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. It defines understanding through decision, discussion, and explanation. It develops stronger communication skills. ठीक है, ये था हमारा ग्रुप वर्क. नाउ नेक्स्ट कम्स टू द कोऑपरेटिव लर्निंग. It is a successful teaching strategy in which small teams, each with students at different levels of abilities, use a variety of learning activities to improve their understanding of a subject. Okay. Now next comes to the learner center instruction. ये हमारा नेक्स्ट एक अलग टॉपिक है, लर्नर सेंटर इंस्ट्रक्शन. वो आप देखोगे आपके सिलेबस में दिया हुआ है, उसके बारे में हम पढ़ने जा रहे हैं. Learner-centered instruction, a teaching method that focuses on students engaging in hard work, reflecting on their learning process, and learning independently and collaboratively. Being a learner-centered teacher means focusing attention squarely on the learning process, what the student is learning, how the student is learning, the condition under which the student is learning, whether the student is retaining and applying the learning, and how current learning position the students for future learning. ठीक है. In learner centered instruction, the action focuses on what the students are doing, not what the teacher is doing. Learner centered में ये नहीं देखते कि टीचर क्या कर रही है, इसमें स्टूडेंट्स क्या कर रहे हैं. This approach that now features students, accepts, cultivates, and builds on the ultimate responsibility students have for their own learning. The idea of learner-centered instruction implies taking into account the learner's experiences, talents, personalities, social backgrounds, and needs. It also refers to using current knowledge about learning as a way to help learners become lifelong learners and able to cope with the rapid changing world of their time. This was a learner-centered instruction. Okay. Our next topic is individual guided instruction. Let us see about that. Individual guided instruction. Individualized learning or individualized instruction is a method of teaching in which content, instructional technology, and pace of learning are based upon the abilities and interests of each learner. It refers to the use of strategies, resources, and assessment to meet the needs of one particular learner. One particular learner. Remember this. ये जो इंडिविजुअल गाइडेड इंस्ट्रक्शन होता है वो एक पर्टिकुलर लर्नर पे ही बेस्ड है. It provides the opportunity for students to learn at their own pace in their own way and be successful. It is student-centric, recognizes students' varying background knowledge, readiness language, preferences in learning, interest, and to react responsively. It provides a balance between teacher-assigned and student-selected tasks. If there is a balance between the task and activities that are assigned by the teacher and the tasks selected by the students, the learning will be most favorable and desirable. This was the individual guided instruction, and now our next point is discovery learning. Let us see about the discovery learning. Discovery learning is a technique of inquiry-based learning and is considered a constructivist-based approach to education. It is also referred to as a problem-based learning, experiment learning, and 21st century learning. It is supported by the work of learning theorist and psychologist Jean Piaget, Jerome Bruner, and Seymour Papert. Bruner argues that practice and discovery for oneself teaches one to acquire information in a way that makes that information more readily viable in problem solving. It simply means learn by doing. Discovery learning takes place in problem-solving situations where the learner draws on his own experience and prior knowledge and is a method of instruction through which students interact with their environment by exploring and manipulating objects, wrestling with questions and controversies, or performing experiments. ठीक है. दिस वॉज द डिस्कवरी लर्निंग. यहाँ बच्चे खुद से सोचते हैं, खुद से दिमाग लगाते हैं, खुद से सोचते हैं कि कैसे कोई भी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व होगा, हम लोग किस तरह से उसको डिस्कवर करें, उसका सिचुएशन डिस्कवर करें सॉल्व करने का, ठीक है। लेट अस कम्स टू द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट। आवर नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज importance of providing knowledge of results to students. Knowledge is understanding and awareness. It refers to the information, facts, skills, and wisdom acquired through learning and experience in life. Now, knowledge of results is the feedback given to the students that tells them about what they have achieved by an action, process, and performance. It is considered an important element of motivation, learning, and performance improvement. It helps the students to correct their responses. It tells them whether they have got success or failure in a subject. ठीक है, दिस वॉज द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ प्रोवाइडिंग नॉलेज ऑफ रिजल्ट। इतना आप ले लीजिए स्क्रीनशॉट, फिर मैं इसके आगे आपको बताती हूँ। It describes a situation where a subject gets information which helps them to change behavior in a desirable way or to gain understanding. It gives them clear guidance on how to improve their learning. Feedback can improve a student's confidence, self-awareness, and enthusiasm for learning. So that's why feedback are very important for the students. They should get what they have done in their assessment or anything, whether they are passed or whether they have got the success or they are the failures, they should. Okay, so this was our unit 1, that is classroom management की मैंने फर्स्ट यूनिट कंप्लीट की है। नेक्स्ट मैं आपको यूनिट 2 स्टार्ट करूंगी, यूनिट 2 की वीडियो मैं लेकर के आऊंगी। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग।